Joining me now is the football wanderer, Jacob. Now, Jacob is attempting to break the world record for the quickest time to watch an NFL game at every stadium to celebrate the NFL's 100th year. Welcome to the show, Jacob. How's it going?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Yeah, it's going pretty good. I'm currently just in Las Vegas, actually, taking a couple of days off football, funnily enough, before I go to Phoenix for Thursday night football. So,
wow.
All good.
That's amazing. How's Vegas?
Yeah, it's all right. It's pretty good. It's a crazy place. I got in yesterday, so had a little bit of an explore, and then I'm going to properly go and see, all the attractions today.
Amazing. So tell me a little bit about how this all started. From what I understand, you've got 84 days to get in 32 games. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, so every stadium there's 31, but I'm doing MetLife twice, once for the Jets and once for the Giants. So, I say this idea probably came into my head about a year ago, maybe. There's certain stadiums I'd always wanted to go to, like Lambeau and Arrowhead, and the list started getting quite long, and I always wanted to do a trip where I came over and maybe went and did like 4 or 5 on like some big road trip or something.
Yeah.
And the list of stadiums is starting to get very long, and I was thinking like, it'd be cool if, across the next, say, 10 years or whatever, I could do them all. So I started doing some Googling, seeing if other people had done them all, and obviously they had. And then I came across the article of a girl in 2015 who is from Ohio, and she did it, and she broke the world record. And as soon as I saw that article, I was like, that'd be pretty cool. So I kind of mulled it over in my head for a long, long time. Thought it would probably be one of those things you always, dream or say you're going to do, but you never actually end up doing, right?
Yeah.
And then it got to maybe March time where I was like, I might actually just commit and do this. And it was all about kind of waiting for the schedule and seeing if the schedule was kind enough to allow you to do it in a world record time, because essentially how quickly you can do it really depends on how often they kind of repeat Thursday night and Monday night venues, because obviously on those days, that's the only place you can go to. So if they repeat, you can't go to a new place on that day, so it then adds on like an extra 3 days or so. But luckily, I was able to do it in 84. The current record's 86. So assuming I don't miss a game or a flight or something like that, then it should work.
Goodness. Pressure's on then.
Yeah, I know, right?
So you're about, I think, 21 games in so far. What's the experience been like? You must have some incredible stories to tell.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. The best part has just been all the people. A big part of it has not just been the games, but also been all the tailgates. So I've been put in contact with some incredible people who run these huge tailgates. And the best part has just been how you can go along and people are just so happy to welcome you in, and you realize how much work they put into what is essentially, supposed to be a leisure activity. And they're essentially working so that everybody else can have a good time. And a lot of them expect so little in return. There's been one of my favorite ones was when I was in Pittsburgh, and they've got this huge decked out old ambulance that's now all properly Steelers branded instead.
Oh, wow.
And it's just, you open up and it's just full of all the tailgate beer and food and all the stuff they take to every game. And apparently he's been coming for 30 years, not missed a game.
Oh, wow.
And about 10 years ago, he crashed the ambulance on the way to the tailgate.
Oh, no.
And it wouldn't start. So everybody's at the tailgate site waiting for him. Someone gets a hold of him and he's like, yeah, it won't start. I can't get there. So they all took their tailgate stuff and went and tailgated at the crash site instead.
Oh my goodness.
So I was like, I've got a lot of respect for that they didn't wait. They didn't call the roadside recovery till after the game because they wanted to still tailgate.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
And where's been your favourite stadium so far?
I really like KC. Arrowhead is an unbelievable stadium. I loved Seattle, which kills me to say as a Niners fan, but it is just it's an incredible stadium. But I probably gave KC the edge over that because the tailgating scene in Kansas City was just was better. Whereas in Seattle, they've tried to kind of, with it being more of a like downtown type stadium. You know, it was a Thursday night game as well, which on the West Coast starts at like 5:15. So a lot of people are still working, and on the actual parking lots by the stadium doesn't allow you to tailgate, so you rely on all the private lots, which were all full for like businesses and things like that. So
nightmare.
Yeah, so didn't really get like a true tailgate at that one.
Yeah.
But the stadium by far made up for it, because it was just incredibly loud. It's unbelievable.
So it's true what they say there, that it is the loudest stadium.
Yeah, I would say I think it might be. Yeah, definitely the loudest open air one. Wow. Both the Superdome in New Orleans and Ford Field in Detroit were both really, really loud as well. But they are indoor ones. So I think people tend to say that it makes it easier for the noise to stay in, whereas Seattle's an open air one and it was so loud. Somebody was telling me it's about the way it's built that forces all the sound back in, like the acoustics of the architecture or something crazy like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So your mission will be to complete by the end of November, which will also be Thanksgiving. How do you plan to celebrate?
Well, so I've got a couple of friends over as well for the last about 10 days. So we've been put in contact with a couple of people because we're quite excited to, see what a real Thanksgiving's like. Yeah. Somebody asked me, are you going to do a proper American Thanksgiving? I was like, well, if I'm honest, I don't know what one is, really. I always think it just looks like Christmas to me, but in November. So we've been put in contact with a couple of people who said, we can go to theirs for Thanksgiving if we want. We'll obviously be at the game, so I'm quite excited to get in contact with the tailgate people and see, do they have like a Thanksgiving tailgate dinner or something like that? Yeah. So that'll be quite exciting. And then, I'd love to do something it's a shame the London games will have finished by the time I come back. Yeah. Because I was saying to somebody, it would have been really cool to come back and then run like a big kind of tailgate thing for the last London game or something like that. Yeah. From, all these things I've seen, it'd be cool to bring some of them back. So might be something I look at next year for the London game.
Yeah, that'd be good fun. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I just think there was one other question I was going to ask you. What was I going to ask you? Yeah. So, obviously, Thanksgiving's going to be a whole experience. What games are you going to see at that one?
I am in Atlanta for the Saints-Falcons game. So before the season, that probably looked like an incredible game, and Atlanta struggled so much. I don't know how, because I looked at their roster pre-season. It was the same thing last year, where I looked at their roster and thought, this is one of the better rosters in the NFL, and they've just been awful. So I know somebody that was at the Atlanta game this weekend. Yep. They said it was like half empty. So hopefully with it being Thanksgiving, I'm hoping with it being Thanksgiving, maybe they all still go.
Yeah, it's a bit more special.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, Falcons Stadium looks absolutely incredible. So I guess it's right to end it there, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely because my first half of the kind of tour, I saw a lot more of the older stadiums. I saw Lambeau, Soldier Field, Arrowhead, a lot more of the kind of more, I suppose, iconic ones. And so I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of the newer ones. I was in Minnesota, and US Bank is just like this ridiculous facility that you go in and you can tell how much they've spent on it, because it's just, it's insane. And Atlanta's another one where I've been told it's just like this incredible stadium, and like they've got like that circular hole in the roof, and the video board goes like round that. So it sounds amazing. So I'm sure whether it's half full or half empty, it'll still look pretty cool.
Absolutely, yeah, amazing. So what's the best way for people so they can follow you, they can hear progress in your journey? What's the best way for people to do that?
Yeah, so I post everything on my Twitter and my Instagram, which both have the same handle, which is at JBB Football. So anybody who wants to follow on with what I'm doing, I post, pictures, videos, that kind of stuff. But also, if anybody's going to a game or has been to one of these stadiums I've still got left and has tips, then feel free to tweet me or DM me or anything like that. It'd be really cool. I've done other ones where I've done a podcast, or Denver Broncos did an article on their website about me, and then I had like a few people message me who were then going to games later on. So then I got to meet up with them and have a drink and then a picture and that. So that was really cool.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your journey, and enjoy Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for having me.